Hi everyone, my name is Garen and welcome to the first episode of Wine Library Australia. I've experienced working in the wine industry for 7 years now. I've tasted more than 1,000 wines. I've recommended wines to hundreds of clients, and I thought today I'll be able to introduce you to the Australian wine market. So I've put together a series of videos just to educate you about Australian wines and picking up the best ones for you to enjoy. So today, my focus is on the introductory pack. So these are really wines for people who don't have a lot of experience, but maybe have tasted wine in the past and had a bad experience with it because they've bought something they didn't think it was nice. So these 6 I've picked here, they can be enjoyed by anyone, but particularly they tend to be more popular for a female taste. So I've put them together for that, and we'll also have a male one afterwards. But the 6 today, we've got our sweet wines, our medium sweet, and our sort of fruity but a bit more dry. So if you don't like really sweet wine, you can opt for these. So I'll go through each one and just give a brief explanation on how you can enjoy it, how to match it, what it's good for, and to see if this is something you would like. So let's get started. So our first one, we've got a Geese and Merlot. So this is from New Zealand, but it is a red wine and it's a fairly popular vineyard. So they do specialise in whites, but they also make the lighter reds more popular. So if we have a look at Merlot, it is a red wine that is traditionally more popular for females. It's not something that I personally enjoyed, but I know I had lots of female customers that would come to me and they would always ask what's a good Merlot. So this one here was always popular. So if we have a look at this one, the flavour profile is a bit like a dark raspberry, and really Merlot is a really smooth wine. So when you drink it, it's something that's really smooth. I didn't find it had lots of big flavours or anything. It was just kind of soft and kind of smooth. So something very palatable, something that goes really well with cheese. So let's get it open and we'll have a look. Also, for our red wines, we've got our red wine glass, which is always bigger. It's got the big hips around the outside, and that just helps to release the flavour. So we've got a special wine glass here, so I'll put a little bit in for a tasting, and I'll also give it a score. And straight away you can smell that aroma. So when we go to red wine, put a little bit in the bottom here, you have a smell. And it smells like Merlot. So Merlot was a grape that was originally from France. So a lot of French wines from the Burgundy region, they will be Merlots. That's where it was traditionally done. The colour is sort of like a medium dark red, so it's not really dark, it looks a little bit light. When you smell it, you can smell that oak. You can smell that raspberry as well. So it smells a little bit woody, a little bit earthy, and a little bit of berries. So to taste it, you just swirl around your glass a little bit to release the flavour. What you'll see around the edge, you'll see some alcohol dropping down. So just a little feel of this. Have a sip. And so that one, yep, you can taste the sourness, you can taste the raspberry. It is a very smooth one. It doesn't have much peppery or much sort of big flavour that explodes in your mouth. It is very soft, so it is what a Merlot says it should be. So I think have another sniff. And it is a very nice all-round Merlot. So I'll probably score this one 90 out of 100. Very nice. Alright, so let's move into our next one. So if you've tried reds before, maybe you haven't enjoyed them, we opt with a white that is similar in flavour profile. So it's not very sweet, it's a little bit more dry. So we have got the Horton White Classic, and this one is a very popular one in Australia. So this wine company has been around since 1836. So it's got around 175 years of history, and this company specializes in white wines, so they make them very well, and I always recommended them out, and they're one of the most popular you can find. So with white wines, we use a different glass. We've got our little white wine glass, which is a lot more narrow. And so with white wine, ideally you want to have it chilled, refrigerated, so serving it at around 7 degrees is ideal, but since we're in winter now, it is a bit colder. But obviously you wouldn't want to serve it room temperature when it was 30 degrees. So a white classic, that would be a mix of different white wines, and what you can expect is to get a very citrusy, more like a fruit salad sort of smell. So if you imagine eating fruit salad, that's what it is, and because this is not a really sweet wine, the alcohol cuts through at the end, so you get that dry finish. So you get that little bit of sweetness, and then it sort of cleans your mouth after that. When you're looking at this wine, it is about 12.5% alcohol, so it is lesser than the red wine. So we'll open up and have a sniff and taste. And yeah, this is one that I've recommended to a lot of people, and it's turned them on to white wine, people who haven't liked it before. So we'll have a little swirl and we'll have a smell. And straight away you get that smell of like straw, grass, just like after you've cut the earth, you get that smell. And you get that slight fruitiness, maybe almost like a Sauvignon Blanc, so you can definitely smell that in the wine. So we'll give it a little swirl, like this. We'll have a sip. So straight away at the front, you get that flavour of your fruit. You get a little bit of that earthiness to it. It's a little bit of like, that's your Sauvignon Blanc, and then straight away it goes dry. So it's very easy drinking wine. It's a little bit sour, but overall very smooth, and I think it's great value at what it is. So we will rate this one, I'll give this one a 95 out of 100. It's a white wine that I think is very easy to consume, and you could never go wrong giving this to a person who enjoys white wine, or for yourself. In terms of matching it with food, this would match really well with any white meat, so chicken or fish, and you can yeah, or just drink it by itself. It's a very easy wine to drink. Alright, so now we'll finish up with the last one. So we're moving into our medium wines. So this one here, we've got a Yellowtail Sangria, and Yellowtail is one of the biggest wine companies in Australia, so you may have seen this around, but this particular version is more exclusive here. So Sangria is based off a Spanish recipe. It's a mix of citrus and red wine. So with this one, it's a medium sweet, so you'll get a bit of that citrus flavour with a bit of red wine. So it goes great together. Goes perfect with rice dishes. You can add fruit into it. It's a very fun, easygoing wine to drink. So we'll get our red wine glass. We'll open it up. And just smelling the bottle straight away, you can smell that like orange peel. So this one here, you'll see it at 11.5%, so it is a little bit less alcoholic than this wine, which is good. You won't get as drunk as quickly. So if we look at the colour here, we have a smell. Straight away, it just smells like you can imagine orange and orange juice. You can smell the oranges straight away. The colour, because it is sort of that half fruit juice, half wine, it is a very light colour, so very light red. We'll give it a little swirl around, release the flavour, open the wine up, have a smell, and all you can smell is that orange fragrance. Very sweet. It is much sweeter than the other two there, but straight away, as soon as you put it in your mouth, you do taste that orange peel, orange flavour, a bit of lemon. It actually is pretty tasty for you know what the flavour profile is. I think I'd rate this one a 95 out of 100 as well. It's a relatively new wine, but you know, very easygoing. You can match it with almost any meal you would like. Anytime, yeah, you just imagine having orange juice and red wine together. Very nice. Okay, so you know, today we've introduced you to the three dry and medium wines, and then our next video will introduce you to the sweeter variety. Thank you for watching.